through a workout this morning that's about 20 to 30 minutes long. You can adjust it as you need to. If you're brand new to Warrior workouts, I'm going to encourage you to learn the movement first and then add the weight. If you're recovering from an injury or you have a few things to kind of watch, I'm going to encourage you to make the movements smaller. You can still enjoy the movement. You can still get the work of the workout, but keep everything engaged, make the movements a little smaller. So we're going to get going this morning. I've just completed 2 minutes of spin, just as a little quick warm-up. You at home can jog on the spot. You can do a few leg curls. You can even skip. Whatever your workout is to just kind of start to get your body warm. We're going to continue with our warm-up part of the workout. After that with 20 squats, just body weight squats. Feet are hip width apart, right underneath the hip bones, just nice deep breaths. We're just going to keep them flowing. And a couple of tips. I'm going to have you think about looking up, weight back on your heels. So lift your toes in your shoes, sit back through your heels. Don't try to go too low, just sit back. Watch that your knees aren't buckling forward. Engage your arms, engage your core, look up, chest up. So this isn't a proper squat. That's kind of like a little, I don't know, plunge. We're going to look up. Let's go for 10 more. All the way up. 9. Nice deep breaths. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. 1 more. All right, reverse lunges. One leg forward, one leg back. Again, I'm just going to encourage you to make sure your feet are lined up with your hip bones. Don't be on a tightrope. Continuing with our warm-up. So, nice deep breath in. We're leaning forward slightly over the front heel. Chest up, abs and glutes strong, pulling all the way up and forward. Nice deep breaths. Again, if this is new, you would just go back, down a little ways. If this is something that is common to you, I'm going to have you think about keeping your tailbone slightly rolled forward at the bottom of your lunge. Stay strong in your low abs. Nice deep breaths. We're going for 20. Let's say that's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, always back on the heel, reaching forward. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and up. Shake it out, other leg. Nice deep breath in. Again, you can always keep the movement a little smaller until you master it. No tight ropes. Make sure your legs are just a little bit apart, left to right, whether they're forward or back. We're leaning forward above your front heel. Nice deep breath in. Pull from the heel. Use your arms, use your abs to pull your pelvis forward. Where's your tailbone? Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Excellent. Great job, good work. Our last body weight movement before we get into our weight part of the workout is called a curtsy. Now, if you train with me often, you know these are one of my favorite types of lunges because they work the outside part of your leg, back through your outer hip and glute, an area that's a little bit hard to get sometimes. So, just like if you were on a stage and you were curtsying, you would take your back leg at a 45-degree angle behind you. Again, your knee is squared off to the mirror. Your hips are squared off to the mirror. Look up, come all the way up and over. Nice deep breath in, up and over. There's 3. 45-degree angle. 4. Leaning forward slightly. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Reach and pull. 10. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Nice deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. All right, other leg. Remember the angle of your upper body is the same angle as your back leg, and then everything pulls to vertical. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Awesome. So one thing you'll notice is I breathe a lot. I try to breathe deeply for 2 key reasons. One is we shallow breathe all day. So we really need to work all of those muscles, really fill up the lungs, get the air going, get the oxygen going, especially if you're training in the morning and you've just been shallow breathing through a good night's sleep. The other reason is every time you exhale with strength behind it, you contract your transverse abdominis muscles, a whole other type of contraction for a core workout. So you don't want to really skim on that. All right, it's time to grab the weights, just a little shoulder stretch, and also a low back stretch. Warrior workouts are designed so that you can do them with 1 pair of dumbbells or 2 pairs of dumbbells or no dumbbells, depending on what you have. They're perfect if you're away at school, if you have a crazy busy week and you're just training at home, you're not going out anywhere to train, you're traveling. They can be done anytime, anywhere. So we call them the no excuse workouts. We're going to start our September Warrior with some deadlifts. Now again, if you're just learning with us this morning, I'm going to ask you to just do it with your body weight or with 1 small weight. I'm going to turn slightly so you can see my form. A deadlift works through the back of my legs, through my hamstrings and my glutes. My feet are almost right close together, just a little bit apart, maybe 3 inches. I'm looking up and I'm pressing my breastbone forward. I'm definitely not having a weak spine. I really want to be a nice, strong spine. I'm going to hinge my hips back so that I sit back through my sit bones, keeping my back nice and straight. Push my heels through the floor. Bring all my weight onto my heels. Lift my toes and then come up. Nice deep breath in. How far can you reach your sit bones to the wall behind you? There. No rounding of the back, of the upper back. No shoulders forward. Keep everything pinched back. Squeeze through your postural muscles. Squeeze through your abdominal muscles. Nice deep breath in. Now pull yourself forward using your hamstrings, your glutes, and your core. Nice deep breath in. Now squeeze up. Really push your heels to the floor and squeeze up. Let's go for 5, 4, 3. Nice deep breath in. 2, shoulders back, keep them back. 1 more. And awesome. Okay, the next one goes good with that. It's called a downward dog push-up. Sorry, I keep looking down. I'm just checking that I'm still on your screen as decently as possible. Now, a downward dog push-up, in fact, is something that you would be familiar with from yoga class. We're just going to get into the work of it a little more. So come into a downward dog with your hands shoulder width apart. Your feet far enough behind you that you can barely put your heels down. In fact, mine aren't even reaching. My calves are pretty tight. So now we're going to push back and enjoy that stretch. But then it has to become a push-up. So make sure that your hands, they're almost to the edges of the mat, maybe an inch or two away. We're going to lean forward, come right up on your toes, take the weight onto your hands, do a small tricep push-up. Nice deep breath in, push back into downward dog. Nice deep breath in, come into a plank, a small push-up. Now here's the key. I want you to tighten your glutes, roll your pelvis towards the mat, pull up and back with your abdominals. We're going to come forward, weight onto the hands. So if we're just beginning, we're going to do a small push-up. We may even come onto our knees and do a small push-up. Push back into child's pose. Nice deep breath in. Into a tricep push-up. Tight abs, tight glutes. Grab from your core. Pull up and back to downward dog. Not just using the arms. Trying to be very aware, alert, and engaged. Tailbone forward, tight abs, tight glutes. Push up and back. Let's go for 3 more. Come forward. Bring the weight onto your arms. Small push-up. Up and back. Last 2. Nice deep breath in. Up and back. 1 more. Nice deep breath in. Up and back. Now, that does take some technique. It does take some practice, but you will get them. So just keep practicing those. The better you get at them, the harder they are, the more effective the workout. All right, we're going to go into single leg squat and curls. If you're just beginning, I'm going to have you just do a regular squat and a curl. So again, just turning slightly so you can see my form. If you're a beginner, I'm going to ask you to just do a regular squat, looking up. Bring your dumbbells just a little bit ahead of you to balance your hips being back in the squat. Chest up. So none of this. Keep upright and back. Nice deep breath in. Chest up. Weight on the heels and back. Now if you've been training with me for a while and you know what's coming up with the singles, let's get started. We're going to kick one leg out. Your heel is on the ground. And then you're going to drag it back. Keep the heel flexed behind you. Tighten through the glute. Nice deep breath in. It's almost like shoot the duck when you're roller skating. Nice deep breath in. Chest up, breastbone up, and back. Squeeze the glute behind you. Go for 5. And back. 4. And back. 3. And back. Now if you have really bad balance, just drag your foot. Just skip it across the floor. Flexing it, toes pulled in the front and in the back. All right, other side. Again, your foot is flexed, looking up, leaning forward so you can sit your hips back. And then bring your leg back and behind you. Squeeze through your glute. Inhale, chest up, abs and glutes tight. Here's 4 and back. 5 and back. 6 and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 7, 8, 9. 1 more. So 10 on each leg is our goal. 20 squats if you're doing double legs. All right, grab a little water. I'm gonna grab my towel and We'll keep going. Oh. All right, depending on your time, you could repeat that circuit that we just did with the deadlifts, the downward dog push-ups, and the squat and curls. I'm going to continue on because I know that we're on a bit of a time limit this morning. We're going to do a low squat and a one-arm shoulder press. So feet are hip bone width apart. Just going to check and see that I'm on screen. We're going to hold the weight in front to keep our balance. You can even, use both arms, whatever you'd like to do, because this part, you're just holding the weight for balance. Now this is a low squat, so once you get your form on your squat, I'm going to ask you to come a little lower, pull the weight on your heels, turn your weight up and squeeze. As you squeeze it, you're pulling your pelvis forward, pulling your bum towards the mirror in front of you. Nice deep breath in, chest up, lift up through the weight. So lifting from your ribs and your core, not just your poor arm. Lift up with the upper body. Good. Weight on the heels. Now push and press. Now the hard part of this is finding good form, pulling back on your heels, tightening everything. Push and press. Come into a low squat, low as you can. Low, low, low. Sink it down. Nice deep breath in. Go for 5, 4, weight on the heels. Let that tailbone sink down. 3, 2, tight, tight, tight. 1 more. And woo! It's a good bicep workout. It's a great leg workout, core and shoulder. Everything's working here. Ready for the other side? I'm going to take my feet just a little wider. So I think I can get a bit of a lower squat in that position. Toes are out just slightly to the sides. Nice deep breath in. Find my balance, tighten my abs and glutes, and push. Remember, contraction over movement. Make sure you're tight, you're engaged. You know where you want to feel it before you move. 3, chest up, look up. 4, 5, nice deep breath in, nice deep breath in. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, 10. Whew. Now without stopping, I'm going to ask you to get right into a single raise, single dumbbell, double squat, a little narrower. So bring your feet in slightly. They're about 10 inches apart like we're skiing. Weight on the heels. Tight abs, tight glutes. Lifting from the front of our shoulders. Finishing off shoulders strong. Chest up. Keep that breastbone high. Don't use your traps, none of this. Keep your shoulders down. Long arms. Go for 10. 9. 8. Bring your pelvis forward. Finish it off. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1 more. Whew. All right, bent over rows. We're going to do these as wide as possible. Now you may need to bring your weight down a little in weight. Lighten them up a little or try them with no weight to get used to the movement. So weight is back for your hips and heels. We don't want to be forward on your low back. We're going to bring your thumbs around with your fingers. Lift from your elbows quite wide. Chest out and squeeze your back. Nice deep breath in. Keep it wide, chest out. Pull from the elbows, drag your weights up. 3, 4, 5, 6, Go for 6 more. Remember, as you pull back, you're going to push your chest and your ribs forward. 5, 4, tight abs, tight glutes. 3, weight on the heels. 2, and 1. Now again, if you have the time and you want to advance this workout, you would repeat that circuit one more time, starting with your low squat and press, then your front raises to finish shoulders off, 1 dumbbell, and then bent over rows for your back, quite wide. All right, we're gonna hit the mat, and we're gonna keep this one as time efficient as possible. So, see if I can, again, stay on the screen. All right, I'm gonna ask you to come onto your side of your hip bones pointing forward, elbow directly underneath the shoulder, feet are flexed. So we're gonna work on a side plank, pulling everything up from your obliques. You can take this arm up, you can take it on your hip, you can support yourself here if you need to. Whatever feels right for you, but we're gonna lift as high as we can through your obliques, through your hip, hold it high. Now be careful and leave lots of room between your ear and your shoulder. Don't be compressed. Come down if you need to and come up again. Take a break, and we're holding it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now right away, I'm going to have you keeping your feet flexed. Let's bend the bottom leg. Stay balanced on that hip bone. So not a whole bunch of weight on the floor, on your mat. Kind of balancing on your elbow and on this hip bone. As lightly on the mat as you can. Foot is flexed. We're going to pull up and in, getting your elbow to the outside of this hip. So we're making a U with your body. We're not only lengthening and folding, but we're actually pulling up towards the ceiling. Nice deep breath and squeezing up. Keeping that foot flexed. Really try to just balance on your hip bone. Don't put a bunch of weight on the mat. Balance on the hip bone and squeeze up. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, squeeze up, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! I'm gonna ask you to bring that upper leg over like a cross-legged hip stretch. Bring your body towards your ankle and let your hip stretch out. Now you might be wondering why I'm focusing on side exercises, and the answer is this. We have worked your front body. We've worked your core through the front with all of our exercises, as any good workout should. So now we can focus on an area that hasn't received as much work today. And that's the side, the lateral muscles that sometimes get ignored. We want to make sure and keep everything balanced out. That's where you perform the best, when you've got strength all over, no imbalances. So just being careful of that. Hold it up high for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now again, bend the bottom leg, balance on this hip, flex the top leg, and pull in. Nice deep breath. We're also pulling up. Squeeze together. See if you can squeeze so hard you almost lift your bottom foot towards your top leg as well. Squeeze in. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Little stretch. Cross-legged hip stretch, leaning into it. Now again, these warrior workouts are perfect If you can get to them 3 times a week, on your off days, the other 3, you would alternate between some type of cardio, a run, a spin, a swim, a power walk with a friend, a hike, and also try to get your stretching in at least a couple times a week at home or with some yoga. Round it out. Pair that up with some smart fuel choices this fall, and there's lots of ideas on our PowHERhouse website. And yeah, we're going to have a fabulous fall. Thanks for joining us this morning.